This is the Phone 2 Pro from CMF, and my first foray ever into Nothing was literally just a few months ago with the Nothing Phone 3A Pro. And there was a lot that I came to love about this device, so much charm. Some things that now that I have this new phone, this CMF phone, I don't like about this, which is kind of funny. But it's not just my first sort of foray into Nothing or CMF, it's my first foray into Android, like ever. I've been an Apple iPhone user since like 2013, 2014. Before that, I just had like flip phones and stuff. So I have gotten like really excited about Android in a way I never thought I would. And to the point where it's in my mind, should I make the jump from Apple to Android, if not for a little bit, or at least find a way of doing both and being able to swap back and forth between the two. I know it's not easy. I know it's kind of hard to do. But that said, this really caught my attention. Nothing, the brand, the company, and CMF caught my attention. And so what I've done is I've gotten the Phone 2 Pro here. I also got the Watch Pro 2 as well. And then I went ahead and got the Buds 2 Plus as well. And I've spent the weekend kind of playing with this phone and just got in the watch and the Buds today. I can't explain it. I'm so excited about this. But this video specifically is one, about this phone and my first impressions here, and then two, I have plans to, in a sense, swap from Apple and that ecosystem, at least on everyday carry device kind of stuff, into this for a period of time. But we'll talk about that in a bit. I just want to say I'm really excited for it, and let's talk about the phone. First of all, it is very thin. And something that's interesting about this phone is because it's like plastic, it's super light, but also feels like it has a case on it, which is interesting. And I think in a sense it does, because of these little screws here that CMF have put on this phone. You can technically replace this backing, which means if this like broke or got damaged, you could technically replace the back. I know it's not necessarily designed for that. That's there so you can add another back and have some different functionality in terms of putting different camera lenses on here and stuff. I didn't buy any of the accessories. I just got the phone. First of all, I didn't really see a place where I could buy the accessories, but that was probably me being dumb. Overall, like first impressions of this phone is, holy cow, that looks so sick. And I keep looking here because my monitor's here and I can see what you all are seeing, but like this two-toned thing going on and the texture and the kind of concrete pattern or whatever you want to call it down here is so nice. It's so nice to hold. I think it's a little bit bigger than I would like. Here is the phone next to my 16 Pro with a kind of a bulky case on it. So you can kind of see that, but I mean, just look at the thickness difference there. It's kind of insane. I don't know. I'm like in love with this design. It feels amazing to hold. I love just the single camera cutout, which I know isn't something they came out with first or anything like that. I've just really been enjoying this experience, and the overall design is probably what stuck out to me most about Nothing in CMF. They're just trying new things, and it's not like crazy, like this is a little bit more crazy, right? But I don't know. There's just something really nice about this and refreshing and non-incremental upgradey about it. The screen on this is fantastic, 120 Hertz. It's an amazing OLED screen and I've really been enjoying using it. The haptics, whatever you want to call them, are a little less nice than something like the iPhone. I think the Nothing 3A Pro is also a little less nice when it comes to the haptics, whatever. But again, this is sort of my first foray into Android, and so there's a lot of things that I'm new to here that you all might not be if you've been using Android for years. But I'm getting sort of that full experience, but through the lens of Nothing and CMF, and I'm really enjoying it. Cameras are okay. Again, I'm used to the 16 Pro iPhone, so They're less than, of course, but they're good, you know? And the fact that you have 3 options here for cameras is fantastic. I have found the images to be fine. I'm not like a pixel peeper by any means. I think I probably notice more than normal people do just because I'm in this tech world daily. But I also try to approach tech from a very like intentional living, minimalist perspective. Like, how does the tech make me feel? Does it get the job done? Ease of use and that kind of thing. So to me, this is great. I think to the average consumer, these cameras are more than enough. And I think that sort of brings all of this into perspective when you talk about price. This is $250, a $250 phone that has an OLED screen, 120 hertz refresh. It's massive in terms of like real estate here. You've got really nice software. It's snappy, it's clean. The cameras are good. 250 bucks. This phone starts at $1,000. So I don't know. I could literally buy 4 of these for the price of an iPhone. And I think that says a lot. Jumping from iPhone to this is more than just a price tag difference. It's like, honestly, like a way of living difference in terms of the operating system that you're running your closest mobile device on, right? So the phone in your pocket, if you're unfamiliar, if you're trying to make the jump from iPhone to Android, that's a whole discussion and topic. And in fact, to sort of set this up, when I ordered this phone, my thought was not just to get it, give first impressions, run through it, give a little review, and then send it back or something. I actually wanted to, I've come to the point in my life, I've been an Apple fanboy for years. I'm really interested in switching from iPhone to Android. That is going to prove to be more of a headache than I even thought, because it's of course iMessage in blue bubble, green bubble situation. But a big thing I use iPhone for, and that my wife and I both love, are the photos and videos and live photos specifically. And so being able to share photos back and forth quickly in high resolution, to airdrop them to one another, that's such a thing that we do pretty much every night. At the end of the day, we're like, did you get any pictures of the kids? Airdrop them to me. So that's going to be really hard to adjust to. The biggest thing here is I'm going to try to use this as well as the watch, which is $69, and I've been playing around with it. It's like the value here is way more than $69. Now, I've played around with cheap smart watches before, and they're cheap, and you can definitely see in terms of this compared to this, again, the price 69 versus whatever this is, like 350, 400, 500. I don't even know anymore. I've had this Apple Watch Series 7 for a few years now, but obviously materials are less. But in terms of like value per dollar, holy cow. I've seen some reviews that like accuracy and health tracking isn't the best on here and stuff, but the fact that it has a numerous amount of health tracking features on here, different sports activities you can run through here, you're getting your notifications on here, calendar, there's a ton of different really, really cool watch faces. I just left the main one on here because I literally just got this today. I'll have to play around with that some, but switching to this ecosystem is really exciting to me. And same thing with these, what are they again? Buds 2 Plus. Holy cow, $69 for these. This is like the most expensive in terms of earbuds you can get in this sort of lineup from CMF, $69. But the quality is fantastic. You take it out of your ear, the music stops. You tap them for different features. It has pass-through mode. It has noise canceling mode. There's spatial audio, but it's like stuck to your head. It's not quite Apple where like the sound stays here and you move your head and it stays there. But the fact there's spatial audio here, like, what are you doing, CMF? Like, this is insane. Like, the value you are giving through these devices is crazy to me. And I think, honestly, a company like this that's sort of creeping into this like low mid-tier smartphone game and is providing so much value for so little money, to me feels like maybe one of the reasons why Apple is dipping a little bit, meaning the 16E. How capable is that? The Mac Mini, how capable is that device? Like, these lower tiered Apple products, which are still super expensive, but lower tiered, are so powerful and so capable. And we're starting to see these really amazing tech features be lowered for us. And especially a company like this, where I heard the CEO, Carl Pei, saying like, Apple has a certain like profitability threshold they have to keep. And so they can't really come down on prices. Like, that's not really an option for them. The MacBook Air, the fact they came down on price for that is insane. But anyway, they can't do that. Whereas this company, CMF or Nothing, they have a lot they can play with. They can drop prices, they can raise prices, they can come in with a super cheap device, they can try out different materials. Like they're just in a spot where they can play quite a bit. And that is what's exciting to me about CMF. So it's exciting to me about Nothing. And I want to try and give this company sort of a try, like an actual run using this device as my daily drivers. The biggest holdup for me is this. Apple iPhone no longer supports SIM cards. So I have an eSIM on here, and Mint Mobile is my mobile provider. As far as I can tell, CMF phones don't take eSIMs, so I can't just transfer my SIM electronically to this phone. I would have to get an actual SIM card. Now, I do have a separate phone number on a very cheap phone plan for trying out Android devices, but for me to go full on Nothing phone and like literally turn off my iPhone, for instance, I've been doing a lot of research on how to do that and like turning off iMessage and how to transfer contacts and all that kind of stuff to make it actually work, not just for me, but those around me, and be really smooth for them as well. But the biggest hold is I can't physically change my phone number to this phone. I think I could maybe contact Mint Mobile and ask them to send me I don't know. But as far as I can tell, I can't do that. So something I might try to do is use my second phone number for a week and just set up the driving mode on my iPhone and say, hey, I'm testing out an Android device this week. If you need to get in touch with me, give me a call there, or here's the number to text. The biggest problem is like I have a family, and making it harder, even just a little bit, to get in touch with me or send photos or things that we're used to doing in our family is going to be quite the rub. So we'll have to see how much I'm able to really implement this. But if it was as easy as just swapping out my SIM card and turning off iMessage, I would have on Friday when this phone came in, swapped it over. Like that's how excited I got for this phone and Android, which is insane. And I don't know, bit of a weird video because I wanted to kind of give my first impressions of this phone, which to me, design means a lot. We love things on this channel that marry form and function, and the functionality in this and the design of it, incredible. It fits that to a T. So I think what would be helpful for me, and maybe to you all as well, is start dropping comments down below, asking questions about this phone, about my experience trying to switch to Android. Maybe give me some help on how I could switch to Android from iPhone, if you have any experience with that. But really, because it's a tech review channel, I need to be able to switch back and forth between the two. So if you have any tips around that too, that would also be helpful. Let me know if you'd like me to do like a full review on the Buds 2 Plus, as well as the Watch Pro here by CMF. And then of course, I kind of want to give like a more full review of this device as well. I'm really loving it. So anyway, I think that's going to do it for this video. First impressions of the Phone 2 Pro. It has like a special place in my heart. It's kind of weird. I love it. And if you're an Android user, maybe if you're getting your first phone, you know, as you're growing into adulthood, or if you want to just try something new, this is just such $250, which I know that's not like pocket change, but compared to iPhone, for instance, right? A lot of phone plans out there are like 50 bucks a month, 60 bucks a month, like for iPhone, I mean, you know? So anyway, I love it. I've really enjoyed using these. I want to continue to use them, explore them. Again, let me know your questions, but also your how-tos and stuff in the comments down below. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. Like this video for more as I take on my Android journey, which is wild to say. Watch this video next. I think you're going to love it, and we'll see you all in the next one.